We were supposed to meet up, everything was going fine. She was just, I'm not coming. What? Everybody was blindsided. I think you guys were even blindsided by it.
You're not gonna come.
You're not?
No.
Why not?
I woke up to a flood of DMs and stuff talking about you last night, how drunk you were at the bar, how you were with girls.
I wasn't drunk at all. I went home early.
She saw something in the tabloids that I was hanging out with somebody, or saw somebody that I think maybe saw me with a girl at my bar or something like that, and it just, it pissed her off.
Jax, after he got out, was just constantly lying to me. And he had already started partying again, already started drinking again.
I mean, the fact that he was still, I think it was like after our field day, he was like, hey guys, like to the guys, like, you guys wanna go get beers? And I'm like,
I know.
what?
Did he say that?
I had people all in my DMs saying how bad he was the night before, how he was with all these girls, parading these girls around, and it was just like, I'm just not ready for this. And I wanted him to be sitting his ass there waiting on me because he deserved that.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I stood his ass up and I would have done it again.
So you don't think the 30 days in rehab changed Jax?
No, absolutely not.
I didn't see like a drastic change.
No, I didn't see a change at all then.
No.
I think that him going back the second time actually did more than the first time.
I think I've worked really, really hard on my sobriety. You know, it didn't happen the first time, it, you know, happened the second time. What I mean by that is I had to go to rehab twice.
I think he's changed a little.
Yeah, for the worse. I've never seen someone so angry that literally is given third, fifth, 19th chance on a platter and just wants to take that platter and throw it away. Wants to on that platter. That was graphic.
I love you.
As a friend, it seems like he's making great progress, but from when I talked to Brittany about it, she's always like, no, he's not changed one bit. He's the exact same person.
I think Brittany is angry that I think that I am doing well. I think it's backfiring on her. I think she wanted to see me fail, to say see.
Even to this day, I still want him to get help more than anybody in this world. I want him to be a better person more than anybody in this world. We're never gonna get back together, but how much easier will my life be if he gets his together?
She's angry, and she's always gonna be. No matter what I do right now, I can be perfect and a saint, in which I'm trying to be. She'll find one little thing and pull that thread and be like, see, he's done this and this. Well, it's just not really a big deal, you know? Oh, you didn't call me back. Why? Oh my God, you're with another girl. Like blowing up over little things.
I still have a lot of healing to do. You're not with somebody for 10 years and then just like, poof, it's all gone, you know? So I do have a lot of stuff I have to work on with myself, but I don't like care so much anymore. Like it was really hard to see him with other women and stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But now I look at these girls and I'm like,
Please have him.
God, he could be your problem now because I dealt with it for far too long.
Okay, it seems like he's trying to be a better person, but it's like we've been on this path as long as I've known him, like going on 13, 14 years now. So it's hard to believe, but also at the same time, I've never known Jax to be sober. You know, I've never known him as a sober person. So maybe, hopefully, finally, a second time in rehab and him realizing that he could lose everything, maybe he is changing.
I honestly think I'm the best I've ever been right now. And you know, whatever you want to think or say, I think I'm best I've ever been. I feel great, I'm doing well. I go to my therapy, I go to my AA, I put the work in. I'm proud of myself. I've never gone this long without drugs or alcohol in 20 years. So, you know, it's gonna piss off people to see me doing well because no one ever expected this, you know? So,
She just says that you still rage. She's like, he still rages.
I do once in a while will be triggered and I'll say something and I'll be angry and I have to check myself, but I always apologize right after. I'm like, sometimes I'm gonna go off.
He came into Brittany's the other day and goes, whose hat is that? And Brittany was like, that is Zach's hat, like calm down. He throws it away. Guess what? So she took it out, we can't find it. So he found a way to grab it again and either take it with him and probably burn it. He probably put a voodoo doll on it and stabbed it a bunch.
He's arguably one of the most toxic people ever, so it's gonna take a little cleanup.
No, he's right. I'm not arguing that. My brain needs to be studied at some point. But no, all joking aside, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I'm never gonna be 100% cured. It's always gonna be, you know, working on myself. But I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting to a good place, you know?
No, I have no experience in this foo-foo LA.
You put your hand on a man's chest and you say, hey, you did this.
and it made me feel this. Okay, who's next?
That's weird LA woo-woo for sure. I mean, if my friend's pissing me off, I say you're pissing me off, and we have a conversation.
I'm into life coaches. I think that's great.
Or is it a life coach?
He's not really a counselor. He's more of like how do we deal with this argument? Like, what are the tools and the strategies to help us so that the argument doesn't escalate?
Get after it.
You want me to scream into the pillow?
3 times as hard as you can.
When Scott brought it up to me, doing this sort of men's circle, his thing was you get a bunch of guys to admit what they're going through, but not in an intervention sort of way. And he thought it was really important that we sat down and do it because there were so many issues with everybody.
I think that's a great way to handle it. Sit down in a room, boys, like let's just have an honest conversation.
With your blind loyalty towards your girlfriend, it made me feel angry.
I'm a very angry human being. I've been like that my whole life. And I take it out on everybody else, my anger, and especially my wife who's not here. And I don't want to do that anymore.
Because then you can just move past it.
Yeah.
That's a mature way to handle that stuff.
I have done some of this stuff before, the male bonding. I do think that Jax kind of hijacked the most of the experience.
I'm having a really rough time with my life right now. It's just, sorry, hold on.
But I was happy to be able to talk to Jason and try to get back on a good page.
Somehow it managed to have Janet involved in it.
Said things to your wife I shouldn't have said, and I feel really bad for saying those things.
How does that ever happen?
Jason and I are similar in not wanting to have drama and conflict. The problem with that is he's married to someone who likes all of that stuff, but I really respect Jason. I really cared about him as a friend.
He looked me in the eyes and, apologized for some of the things that he had done. And I really was like, you know what? Like, this is a great first step. And I'm open to moving forward.
Do you still work with Scott?
I do, yeah. I talked to him quite a bit, check in. I actually heard that, Michelle came back in the fray with him because, we were doing it as a couple.
Your attachment to the result is going to cause you to fail.
Okay. And she just told me she didn't want to work with Scott anymore, and then I continued to work with them. But I've heard she had come back and reached out to him a few times, and I think actually Aaron did as well. So I think they're doing like couples counseling with him also. So,
Already?
I guess.
Wow, that's fast. They just started dating. So much.
Well, they might have just started dating.
Jesus. That's crazy to me to start counseling 5 minutes into dating. Is that a red flag if you need counseling right when you start dating?
I could see it being a smart idea, but
That's exactly why I'm not getting in another relationship again.